So here's 7 killer hamstring exercise that you have to try, whether it's building strength or building muscles. You got to check this out. So these are eccentric Valslide hamstring curls. Show you 2 different variations of doing. We want to do about 3 to 4 seconds on that down part. Usually I have a pad on here, but this is fine because I don't need that much load. So I'm going to drive up, control it down, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I can reset it. And again, 4, 3, 2, 1. I can make it harder and then drive back up, which is much more challenging. 4, 3, 2, 1. One good thing is think about there's a med ball in between your knees and you're squeezing it together so that your knees are not falling out, right? I want to make sure that I have aligned feet. So this is usually going to be somewhere in that 8, 10 rep range. But the key here is, again, keeping that nice and controlled. Try to get full range of motion. I'm keeping my abs on, glutes on, feeling all that in the hamstrings. Hamstring walkout, again, challenging exercise. I'm going to go into a bridge position. Keep my ribs down. So this is what a lot of people do. They kind of arch in their low back. I'm going to keep abs on, and I'm going to walk myself out and really try to, here I'm squeezing glutes, driving my feet into the roller, and then I'm going to tippy toe it back up. Keep that tension, control it down, extend it fully, bring it back up. So my hips are coming up, right, as I'm rolling it back up. So that's the important part. Whew. Keep driving the hips up to the ceiling, keeping that tension. Same thing. We're going to go for about, let's say 8 to 10 reps. You can also add chains to make it a little more challenging. So these are prone hamstring curls, banded ones. And hamstring curls are awesome. Again, this is a setup that you can do at home. You can do it with like very little equipment. I'm putting this under my my stomach to get me out of my low back extension. So I'm going to feel my hamstrings more. And this is going to be higher rep. This is where we're going to go 15, 20, 30. And I'm going to drive up, and I can go a little bit of faster pace. I don't have to fully lock out. If I want to have more tension, I will just slide up a little bit. But again, these, pretty damn spicy. And when we're going higher rep, it's already lighting up my hamstrings. And these are excellent as a finisher, as a last part to your lower body hamstring workout. So the Landmine RDL, excellent exercise. I'm going to show you guys 2 variations. By the way, I love this handle. My friend Ben Bruno created this handle. I think it's on Black Widow, but this really, really helps out because it's a little bit thinner. So from here, we're going to go this variation where it's pointing towards me and I can drive back and then punching back up. And again, I can go both contralateral, ipsilateral, right? So again, this has a little bit more stability. If I'm going here, whoop, right? So that's facing directly towards me. I can make it more challenging, again, on the core, go on the other side. But this is the variation I use most of the time, which is keeping that knob like literally right over my foot, right? So now I have that support coming from the side. And the higher that I keep my hip, again, I'm really hitting my hamstring. You can see how it's up here. I'm getting that stretch. The more I sit into it, I'm getting a little more glute. But the Landmine attachment is excellent for both of those different variations. You can switch up in your training program. So this is a great variation because not only is it cueing you, right? I'm going forward enough to where the band's going to pull me as far back as I possibly can go. I'm still feeling my whole foot driving through. So at the top, I have to squeeze harder, right? But it's guiding me to drive my hips as far back so I can get that big hamstring stretch. I don't want to kind of fall on my heels. I still want to feel my whole foot, but just the hips are getting driven back with the band. And then at the top, I have to squeeze my glutes a little bit more. And again, I can make this a little bit more challenging, create a little bit more tension, pull me back. Well, this feels even better. Right, so great variation. I get more tension, but also it's guiding me in the right direction. We love to use this as a coaching cue with clients as well. So this is a band resisted RDL with a barbell. Couple things that's going to happen. As I go down, there's going to be less tension on the band. So where I'm usually weakest, right, it's going to deload a little bit. And when I come up, I have to create more tension coming to the top. It's going to guide me into the stretch. Other thing that happens is like I'm going to have to pull the bar back. It's going to pull me forward. So I have to keep my lats tight. It's kind of a good form check here, right? Unrack it, step it back a little bit. So again, I have to keep my lats tight, chest tall, keeping that tension tight. Yeah, so you automatically have to keep that bar close into you so it doesn't fly away from you, keeps form better. And also, you have to keep a nice and controlled, I would say, rep every single time. And again, this is called RNT, reactive neuromuscular training. It's pulling me this way, I'm gonna pull that way. I'm gonna really light up the hamstrings and glutes on with this one. Try it out. This is somewhere into that 8 to 10 rep range where I like it best. So this is a triple threat hamstring bridge where I'm gonna start with like almost locked out legs, pointing my toes, creating that bridge. Couple of things. Again, think about squeezing a med ball between your knees so you keep good position. I'm always gonna hold a 5-second ISO at the end. So I'm just gonna do 8 reps. Usually this is an 8 to 15 rep type of drill, but I'm gonna drive up, pointing the toes. So this is gonna be 8. I'm gonna hold it for 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna slide in a little bit. So getting closer. Now I'm gonna go heels on top. Again, hitting it 8. Woo. And hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hammies are toasted. I'm gonna go a little bit further in. Have a little bit more glutes behind it. A little bit more of a bridge. Again, heels stay down. And hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Hammies are toasted. So again, you'd probably go about 2 sets, 3 at most on this, but you don't even need that, I would say, heavy of a load because it hits it enough. Make sure you try this. So plug and play 1 or 2 of these exercises into your lower body day or your full body day if you want to develop your hamstrings. Let me know how it feels. For more tips like this, make sure you follow this channel.